Hey, church, how is your fast going? Can I ask you a personal question? Have you fallen off the fasting bandwagon yet? I haven't, but I am really struggling. Fasting requires grace. And every year I struggle. This year, the meat is calling my name. And guys, listen, I don't even like meat that much. I make meat because my man likes meat, but give me the veggies. And this year, for some reason, that's what's tempting me. That and the chocolate-covered espresso beans. I had to throw away like $8 worth of chocolate-covered espresso beans. Those things are expensive. I just bought them, had to throw them away. They were taking me down. So what do you do if you've already failed? Well, I know something about that. Fasting is hard. It was even hard for Jesus. Let me read to you from Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 and 2. This is where Jesus was fasting in the desert. You know, it's interesting to me. He is baptized and then he goes right into the desert to fast. That's such a strange thing. Like, it's a weird thing. Hey, I just got like the official Father came down and said, "This is my son. I'm so happy with him. And I think I'll just go in the desert and not eat for 40 days. It's strange. Must be important." But here's what we see in Matthew 4. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. After fasting 40 days and nights, he was hungry. Period. He was hungry. Jesus was hungry. Let that sink in. And the next verse tells us that the purpose God took him into the desert for, to be tempted by the devil, well, the tempter came. You know, I just kind of wonder, is there an underlying purpose for us? Is part of fasting facing the temptation? Because it doesn't matter if I eat an espresso bean. It doesn't even matter if I eat a steak with my husband, and I might on Saturday night, because we have a special thing planned. But is it possible that God's just training us, that he's allowing us to be tempted so that we can overcome it? Hang in there. Jesus was hungry. You will be too. And unlike Jesus, we are sinful and we don't refrain from temptation sometimes. So if that's happened, you haven't refrained from the temptation, let me tell you this, there's grace at the foot of the cross, even when you fall off the fasting bandwagon. Expect it, prepare for it, try not to do it, but if you do, call a friend, phone a friend fast, call me, tell me what you're being tempted by. We'll get you through. There's grace.